Hey everybody, Mark Agnesi here in the back room at Norman's Rare Guitars. And welcome back to another episode of Guitar of the Day. If I may, indulge me for a second. Today is my wife Jackie and my 10th anniversary of going steady or whatever. I remember I was on my way to the airport, was going on tour. We were going to Iraq, or we were going to Afghanistan. I don't remember. We were going to do a USO tour, and go play for the troops and stuff. And we were sitting. I got out of the car at the airport. I was like, I better lock this down. Locked it down. 10 years later, married, got one boy, about to turn 3. We got another boy on the way.
Woohoo!
Love you, babe. She's not watching. Don't worry, she don't watch this anymore. She's so sick of my ass by the time I get home. She's not watching Guitar of the Day. She'll watch the Instagram cut. She'll give me a minute. Let's see. It's Flat Top Friday. Got a really, really cool guitar. Really, really rare to begin with. And then this is kind of an anomaly within a rarity, if you can even follow that. Definitely probably haven't seen one of these before. There's not many of them around. But for your Flat Top Friday this week, I thought you guys would like to see something particularly interesting and weird. Once you guys come back, this is from 1954. This is an original Epiphone FT Cutaway Deluxe in the Sunburst finish.
Yes. We
haven't done a ton of Epiphones. We certainly haven't done any 50s ones. So let's talk about Epiphone, because this is a 54. This is when Epiphone is its own company. This is pre-Gibson's takeover of Epiphone. At this time, they're actually one of Gibson's biggest competition, especially in the archtop market, things like that. This guitar was actually in the catalog. They called this the finest guitar that you will ever play. This was their absolute top of the line model. Big jumbo body, kind of trying to compete with the SJ200 that Gibson had, which was their top of the line model. J200's 17-inch lower bout. This is almost actually 18 inches. This is like 17 3/4 across the lower bout, so it's a little bit bigger than a 200. Has the similar figured flame maple back and sides, as well as the flame maple neck like a 200 would have. Spruce top. Now, some of the things with these, they only made these from 1954 until 1957. There's only 3 years of production. 58, Gibson takes over Epiphone, discontinues this model. They kept around like the Texan, they kept around the Frontier, the Cortez, a lot of the other models that Epiphone already had going, but they did discontinue this model. So there's only 3 years of them. Now, if you look at the original ad for this guitar, you'll notice the guitar actually has a belly bridge and a pickguard that's, glued to the top of the guitar, kind of like any other Gibson or Martin flat top would have. This is really weird because this one came from the factory with the floating wood bridge and trapeze tailpiece, as well as an elevated guard with the bracket, almost like, it's all like arch top accoutrement, if you will, on a flat top guitar. I was Googling pictures of these today. There's not a ton of pictures of these out on the internet, and all the pictures I saw were belly bridge. This could completely be a one-of. Someone could have custom ordered it like this that was a jazz player and was looking for kind of a different sound. A couple things. This has been refinished. I know it was really clean, but this is a refinished Sunburst. And then this pick guard is also a reproduction that Joel Whitehead, our luthier, did here in house. The first guard, a lot of guitars from this era, you leave them in the case. They get gassed, as we call it. This material kind of lets off a gas, and the whole thing starts to kind of eat away at itself. We do still have the original guard for it that was used, to make this template for this, but this is a repro guard. We can give you the original guard if you want, but it's all, kind of falling apart. Really cool though, man. You're not going to see a lot of these. I'm excited. We'll go out there, we'll strum it, we'll hit it with the fingers, we'll see what this thing can do on this lovely Flat Top Friday afternoon. All right, we're out front. We have the 1954 Epiphone FT Deluxe Cutaway, refinished in Sunburst. Let's put it through the pace a little bit. Start with the flat pick here, give it a strum. stitch that flat pick. Let's switch to the fingers here. Alright, let's see what they can do with the fingers here. Guitar. I hardly ever see these things. This is the absolute top of the line model that Epiphone was doing at the time. This is the FT Cutaway Deluxe. This one is particularly odd with the floating tailpiece, floating bridge and trapeze tailpiece with also the floating pick guard. They only made them for about 3 years. This is the only one I've ever seen with these appointments. But it's a pretty cool guitar. Something different for you guys that already have it all out there. You probably don't have one of these. But there you have it for Flat Top Friday, man. Hey, follow me on Instagram at @MarkAgnesi. Follow the store at Norman's Rare Guitars. And check this and the rest of these guitars out online at normansrareguitars.com. One more, Jen.
I know.
Got one more for the week. We'll see you guys back here tomorrow. We'll end the week right. I promise. I promise. Peace.